Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching this replay on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. We're going to dive into the weekly energy. So we're going to talk about what to expect from the energy this week, what messages the angels have for us for how to make the most of this week, and what's going on with the collective energy, the energy that is impacting each and every one of us. And it is, there's absolutely an intensity in the air. And maybe you guys feel that. We have, today we have entered into the Eclipse Portal, where this is going to be a period of time in between the new moon today, solar eclipse, until the full moon with a lunar eclipse. We have sort of this period of time, and whenever we have an eclipse portal, I always see this as a real opportunity for us to level up in our lives. But particularly in this energy, it feels incredibly transformational. It feels like there's going to be a lot of shifting, a lot of change, a lot of releasing, a lot of allowing, that kind of stuff. So a lot happening, a lot going on. And we have to allow ourselves to really just flow with this energy. I think that this energy is really going to help show us, help mold us, help lead the way, as long as we don't fight against it too much. When I was connecting with this energy, the thing that stood out the most to me is the importance in us consciously choosing vulnerability this week. And I feel like throughout the course of this eclipse portal, because when we are consciously choosing vulnerability, particularly in this time, it's allowing us to really connect. I think that there's a lot of energy right now that is supporting real deep connection. But if we're allowing our defenses to be up, if we are allowing ourselves to protect ourselves too much, I think that it will not support us in the kind of healing and the kind of growth that we are meant to be doing right now. We're really good at this, right? We a lot of times will put up walls and do all kinds of different things in order to allow ourselves to feel protected and defended. But what happens is that it creates a situation where there's a block, where we can't connect in the same way. And it takes away this softness, this vulnerability that is at the depth of us who we really are. So I think that it's going to be really important during this time period for us to be, number one, brutally honest with ourselves about things, what we're wanting, where we're at, how we're feeling, how we're doing. And also for us to be honest with other people, with the people in our world, with the people that we're interacting with, and being honest about where we truly are and about what we truly want. This is going to allow us to truly heal. There's so much energy that's supporting healing and progress during this time. So just consciously thinking about letting our guard down and maybe choosing to say things, to do things that we wouldn't typically feel comfortable doing. This is going to feel uncomfortable, okay? This is going to feel uncomfortable because what it's really asking us to do is to be our most authentic selves. And some of these defenses, by the way, part of that feels to me like even like the material bullshit that we all incorporate into our lives, right? It's not about the brand of shoe that you're wearing or these accomplishments that we have created for ourselves in our lives. It's about like who we are. It's about the ways that we've grown. It's about the ways that we help people. It's about the ways that we are living in our purpose. And I think if we can kind of lean into that stuff, the stuff that really is a part of who we are and not the other stuff, that's going to really help to support us here in this energy, getting really real with who we actually are, and not all of this. I guess what I'm trying to say is all the stuff that we put on as a show, that we present as this beautiful life that we have. It's okay to get real about what's going on for us and who we really are and what we really want, and to be honest with ourselves about what it is that we really want. I think that we're being called to really go deep and connect with our authentic selves and let that authentic self shine through. I feel like with this eclipse energy, it's really ushering us into a new time. And I don't want to say new beginnings because it doesn't necessarily feel like new beginnings. It feels like a level up. I actually pulled the level up card here too. It feels like a level up. It feels like us building on a foundation that we have already created and starting to see some of the seeds that we have planted starting to sprout, starting to see things happening for us. But again, this is going to require us to let that guard down and let people see us and let ourselves be seen and be honest with both ourselves and with other people. If we can do this, it's bringing us into this level up that's really, really important. The other thing that I connected with when I connected with this energy was this concept of reciprocity, right? So this concept of us connecting with people, places, and things that are giving to us as much as we are giving to them. And that's not always going to be a perfect balance, right? There's always going to be a time when you're giving more than you're receiving. But I think right now, part of what we're looking for is to have that energy in some way, shape, or form be matched, we're seeking true connection where the people in our world are supporting us as much as we are supporting them, where it's a reciprocal relationship. Or if I'm going to invest my time and my energy into this, is it worth my investment? Is it worth what I am putting out there? And if not, I think that we're going to be changing it, because I think that during this time period, there's a lot of closing doors. There's a lot of cutting things out that don't serve us. There's a lot of getting real with ourselves about the things that we've been trying to tell ourselves are okay in our lives, and getting real with ourselves that it's not, and that certain things need to end, certain things need to close, certain things need to change. And by the way, some of those changes that need to happen are within ourselves, are the things that we need to stop doing or start doing, and you're getting those prompts as to what those are. So I think that it's really important that we are listening to that and that we have that brutal self-honesty right now during this time period. Now let's take a look at the cards. So we have the 9 of Fire in reverse, and this is all about the 9 of Fire. The 9 of Wands is like a wounded warrior energy, and it can be a very protected and stubborn energy. And this is saying this is not the time to be stubborn with the universe or with other people. Now, be stubborn where it matters, I guess I should say. But in terms of being stubborn when, you want to allow other people to help you, or, you want a change to happen in your life, that we don't want to be stubborn. We don't want to be so protected that we are blocking out beautiful things that are wanting to come into our experience. And so letting ourselves be open, letting our hearts be open, and allowing what wants to flow into our experience to flow into our experience, and taking our armor off, right? This is, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Is it's time to take our armor off. It's time to put our swords down. And it's time for us to connect on a real level with one another here on Earth. And that's really, to me, what this Ace of Cups is all about. Is about us opening our hearts. Is about us being open to receiving. Is about us being vulnerable. Is about us allowing ourselves to grow and to connect in a way that maybe we have been too afraid to connect with in the past. We also have the Three of Cups, right? So we also need to remember through this process, it's an intense energy, and we probably shouldn't be taking ourselves too seriously right now, or really ever, but it's okay to joke. It's okay to be light. It's okay to also move into that lighthearted energy, because that will help to balance out the heaviness of the healing that we're doing and the things that we have going on. And speaking of balance, we have the balance card. So looking at our lives and figuring out, okay, what remains out of balance? What do I still need to bring into balance in order for me to be living my best life path? 10 of Earth or 10 of Pentacles. What do I need in my life to feel more stable and secure and supported, and having the strength and the courage to ask for it, to put it out there, whether we're asking the universe for it, whether we're asking the people in our world for it, being willing to say, this is what I need, this is what I want, this is the vision that I have for myself. And if that doesn't align for certain people in our lives, then that might not be the right connection for us. But there are people who are wanting the same things. There are people who are wanting to create a stable foundation, who are wanting to support you in your life and wanting to support the things that you want. So it's really important that we are open also for people to help us, right? I think so many times we can be stubborn and people want to help, people want to support, and I'm certainly guilty of this myself. We can not allow that help because we're being stubborn. This is not a time to block that out. Last card that we have here is the Knight of Pentacles, right? And this to me is very much about the development of some of the things that we've been waiting on for a very long time. The Knight of Earth is a very slow energy. And I really feel like some things are going to be starting to happen that are bringing us into this 10 of Earth energy, this very beautiful, happy, stable, supported energy. But we have to let our guard down in order to allow these things to come into our experience. It's a little bit of this energy of maybe this is too good to be true, or, I don't know, like it seems, I'm not sure I can trust this because I've had these negative experiences in the past. And I think if your intuition says trust it, then trust it. The last card that we have here is the Lessons card. And I think that this is really important, that during this journey, this week, the next few weeks, that we're taking a look at everything that's happening and taking that step back and saying, what lesson am I learning here? Or what lesson am I supposed to be learning here? What is this about? Why is this showing up in my experience? And starting to recognize the way that, like, at the end of the day, the universe is really just an illusion. So why is this showing up into my experience? What do I need to change? What do I need to do? What do I need to shift in order to, if it's not something you want to experience, in order to not continue to experience that? Or what is it that I was supposed to learn from this? Why did this happen to me? So that I can learn the lesson and move forward with my life. So those are your messages here for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If these messages resonate with you, make sure you share this video, like this video, comment below, whatever you feel called to do. And I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care.